didn't have the best sales with the Nexus 6, and maybe this is the reason why the company suspended the collaboration with Motorola temporarily, and gave huawei a chance to implement its ideas. The Nexus 6P, the P stands for Fold, is shorter than the original Nexus 6 and has the more premium design, has it made of metal. LG came back with a new Nexus 5X, which is cheaper than the Nexus 6P because it has weaker specs and a plastic design, but it looks pretty nice. Below, you'll find a detailed comparison between them. Designs, dimensions and displays. The Nexus 5X is very different from the Nexus 6P, first of all because it has a smaller body made of plastic, which is available in 3 color options: carbon, quartz and ice. It has curved edges and a protruding circular rear camera, and below it was placed a fingerprint scanner. The soft plastic body makes the phone a bit thicker, 7.9mm, but the Nexus 5X has an average weight of 136 grams, considering that the screen has a size of 5.1". LG retained the full HD resolution from the 5-inch Nexus 5, but its pixel density has been decreased to 424 ppi. The Nexus 6P has a metal body with a thickness of 7.3mm and it weighs 178 grams, being available also in 3 variants of colors: aluminum, graphite and frost, while the Japanese customers can get the gold variant. The rear camera is placed inside a black band which is located at the top of the back, and below it, you'll find the circular metal ring fingerprint scanner. The screen is a lot larger, measuring 5.7 inch, and it uses Samsung's AMOLED technology, which supports the QHD resolution at 518 ppi. In addition, the screen of the Nexus 6P is protected with the latest Gorilla Glass 4, while the IPS screen of the Nexus 5X is protected with Gorilla Glass 3. Hardware: none of the Nexuses is equipped with a microSD card slot, and the storage options available for the LG model are 16GB and 32GB. While the huawei Fold comes in 3 variants of 32GB, 64GB and 128GB. The Nexus 5X is using the previous 64-bit Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor clocked at 1.8 GHz with an Adreno 418 GPU, and it's backed by 2GB of RAM. The Nexus 6P has the more powerful, but fixed Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 octa-core processor V2.1 clocked at 2 GHz, which is backed by Adreno 430 graphics and 3GB of RAM. The battery of the Nexus 5X has a capacity of 2700 mAh, but the Full HD screen is not power hungry, so the life should be long enough. As for the Nexus 6P, the Fold houses a much larger 3450 mAh cell, but that doesn't mean that it lasts a lot longer than the Nexus sibling, because the octa-core processor and the QHD display require more juice to run. Cameras: both models have a rear camera of 12.3MP with an aperture of f/2.0, 4K video recording, dual LED flash, laser autofocus and 1.55 megapixels, but the front camera of the Nexus 5X is weaker at 5MP. The Nexus 6P sports an 8MP front camera with an f/2.4 aperture and 1.4. Didn't have the best sales with the Nexus 6, and maybe this is the reason why the company suspended the collaboration with Motorola temporarily, and gave huawei a chance to implement its ideas.